Welcome back to another episode with Life Notes with Paris. Thank you for joining us once again. Today, like we said last time, we are looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly of my 20s. Are you that church girl that always ignores red flags? Are you that same girl who is not able to let go? That's exactly what we're going to be looking at. But I want to start with the do's. What are the good things that I did in my 20s that I really love and I don't regret at all? Number one was that I learned from church how to write my vision on paper. And that is written in Habakkuk 3. I learned it and I still want to appreciate my bishop then, who was Bishop Jobert Kichana. He taught us how to write our vision on paper. And I can remember writing my vision on paper when I was in second year of my campus. I knew exactly what I wanted to be. I knew how I was going to get there. And I focused on it and pursued it. And you know what? When we went to church, he would make us stand up and speak to our future. You know that time you're just standing up and thinking it's a small thing he's talking about. And he would make us speak to our hands. And he would tell us, speak to your hands. Talk what you want to become in your future. And I would talk. I want to become a lecturer. I want to become a lecturer. And I would speak it over and over again until it was real in my mind. And that's what I'm inspiring you to do. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether in business, whether in your college life. You know, when I talk of campus, today we have college, we have institutions. It doesn't matter which level of academia or training that you are. Maybe you want to be a hairdresser. Speak it that one day I'll have my own hairdressing. You know, I'll have my own place that I can call my own dream. And that is one thing that he taught us to do. Number two, I learned how to focus on my dream. When I talk of focusing on my dream, I can tell you for free that when I finished my 4th year project, we used to do projects. I did agriculture. And after doing the project, my project failed. Somehow, I didn't have the aphids to affect my bees and had to repeat the project. So when I repeated the project, it took me another 4 months and guys are already home. So they finished in April. May, August, September, I'm in campus. I'm doing my project, redoing it. And I redid my project and I thank God. Sometimes you find friends who are good mentors. And I remember one of my friends. In my videos, I want to appreciate those people because maybe I have never appreciated them well. I want to thank Dr. Esther Arunga from University of Embu. And I remember her telling me that time she was doing her PhD. And she told me, you know what, Paris? You've already wasted 4 months. You've not been looking for jobs. You've not been applying any job. So why don't you go back for masters? And I was like, wow. I think she's propelling me to where I was supposed to go. And I went back for my master's. So immediately before I even graduated, I joined master's class in September. After joining my master's class, one other thing that I got to learn in my practice is believing in yourself. I can promise you that nobody will believe in your dream better than you. The person that you expect to believe in your dream may be the person that will actually mute it. May be the person that will actually destroy it. Just like Joseph. He believed in a dream that he had his brothers bowing before him. What happened? They decided, you can't do this to us. Us? Bow before you? The lastborn? Excuse us. What did they do? They wanted to terminate his dream. And that's the same thing that happens to real life. Not everyone you tell your dream will believe in your dream. You're the only one that can believe in that dream. You're the only one that can pursue that dream. You're the only one that can actually take that dream where you expect it to be. Because guess what? You're the only one that can vividly see what you want to become. And that's one thing I saw. I knew very well I wanted to become a lecturer, and I worked hard towards it. And I remember when we were finishing our 4th year, there were girls, we were talking as friends. Oh, let me tell you, you need to have experience. You need to have experience after 4th year. You need to go to the Ministry of Agriculture. You need to go to Calro. You need to go to you need to go to a flower farm before you become a lecturer, let me tell you. And guess what? We became lecturers in the era, our former president and late president, Mwai Kibaki. I can tell you that is when universities cropped up in Kenya. And I didn't listen to any of them because I knew for sure if there's any job I'm doing, I'm going to do part-time. I will not teach a secondary school. I will not go to a flower farm. I am only looking for one dream. And the thing is, I need to be having some teaching experience. And so when I finished my master's, I went directly for teaching. And I did teaching for almost a year without pay. It was fulfilling for me because I knew this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I'm ready to do it. But of course, at the end of the day, I was paid. But I did it joyfully all along the way. And you know what, friends? Your dream will not come easy. Your vision will it will not just fall into place. When I was finishing my master's and I'm just about to finish, I have 2 weeks to graduate and I just need to defend. And, I prayed, God, I want to defend, I want to finish this master's. In 2 years, I should finish my master's. And, there was a project. Let me go back a little bit. There was a project that had come during my master's period. In our time, a master's which was funded was really a good thing. It was really a good thing. So my friend again told me there's a project that has come up and I was willing to go for that project. And let me tell you, that project is not just a drop. I remember it was a moment I was in fasting. I was in fasting from around Monday to Thursday. And on Thursday, that's when my friend told me, you know what? There's a project that has come up in the biotechnology department. And they want 3 students. Are you willing to do it? And I said, why not? Yes, because sometimes opportunities, they don't come twice. I said, yes, I can do it. I went. I met the professor on that department. And she told me, you know what? If you're able to write a proposal, bring it. I will look at it and you can go on with the project. I wrote a proposal and within 3 days we were done. I took it to her. She said, well done, go ahead. So what am I trying to tell you? Nothing comes easy. The kind of vision that you have has its own challenges. The question is, are you willing to let go? Are you willing to give up? Or are you willing to press on? And sometimes challenges can also come. You've been praying, you've been believing, you've been doing all that. And sometimes you hit a dead end. And that happened to me when I was finishing my master's. I finished my master's in 2 years. And I was only 2 weeks to graduation. And the dean told me, Paris, I'm sorry. You will not defend your work. It is late. I couldn't believe my ears. I begged him. We were like, no, it's 2 weeks to graduation. Please allow us to defend. And he said, no. And that those are the moments that are called the heartbreaking moments. And I was like, God, I've done all this much only to come to a dead end. So, when I went home, I went and knelt on my bedside and I was like, you know what, God? I remembered Habakkuk 3 verse 17. And it says, though the fig tree does not blossom, and even though it does not bear fruit, yet I will praise Him. And I will joy in the God of my salvation. For it is He that has set my feet upon the rock, that I may soar into greater heights. And I felt peace. Therefore, I defended in the next year. And therefore, I graduated the following year. Those are some of the setbacks that may come your way. And I'm telling you this so that you can feel inspired, encouraged to keep moving, to keep pushing, knowing that this is your dream. Nobody will push your dream for you. You are the driver, and you must never let go. The other thing I did in my 20s, I was too focused, dears. You know what? I knew I was going to become a lecturer. And guess what? I actually walked into National Bank and asked for their loan forms. I knew I wanted to become a lecturer, get that salary, buy land, build a house, and buy myself a car. I was fully packed with my vision. I knew what I wanted to become. I knew what I was going to do with my money. And then this is how I was going to do it. Then here comes the bad and the ugly. And the bad and the ugly is that with all that focus, I was in a relationship when I was in second year. And in my relationship, I was like, that person, I have a relationship, so I'm good. I didn't focus much on the red flags. I didn't focus much. Who do I want? What kind of a man am I looking for? What is his vision? I didn't focus on that because I already had my vision. I knew where I was going. I knew what I wanted. So the relationship to me, the worst part of the relationship is that as a Christian, I entered into fornication. And you know what happens? That's the church girl. Because I have fornicated, what happens? I can't quit this relationship because when I go to another relationship, it looks like now it's going to be more messy. So I'm gonna stick here. Make it work. Remember, you're in a relationship and I'm trying to make the relationship work. And I ran that relationship until marriage. And I think that was the greatest red flag that I escaped in my 20s. The next thing I did, I was so ignorant about social media. I was like, social media is a lot of waste of time, I want to focus on my books. I want to be too busy on my books. I know where I'm going. I have to make sure I work so hard to become what I want. Because to me, I've gotten a man, so now it's to focus. And so in those social media platforms, maybe, somehow, I would have flipped something that would have enlightened me and told me that I was in a danger zone. But that never occurred to my mind. So I ignored it. The other thing that I would say happened in my 20s, I lacked a mentor. I would say today I know it's very hard to have mentors. Sometimes the people we are looking up to are not wishing well for us. But for me, it was not that. I lacked a mentor. I'm more of an introvert. And I will disclose my life to very few people. And so the only person I disclosed my life to was my mother. And my mother, not being even a millennial, you can expect. For her, she was like, nowadays, you needed to have a relationship before you leave campus, because they had a cultural myth that told them if your daughter becomes too educated, she'll fail to get married. And so for her, she was comfortable. I never got good advice. I didn't have a mentor who'd tell me, you are in danger, you are walking in the wrong lane. But you know what is nice today? Is that I'm here to tell you, I'm here to be that mentor that can tell you outrightly, you're walking in the wrong lane. You're about to sink. You're actually about to die in the next minute. And so kindly catch up with us in our next episode, because I'm going to be letting you know what exactly kills marriage. And those are the red flags I ignored. Thank you for watching this. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and remember, keep believing in yourself. Thank you.